Scorpio, February, and you've got a little bit of solitude, a little bit of picking up the pieces, some learning to change how you give, followed by a bit of direction at speed, followed by some practicality, then finishing off standing your ground. Let's see what February holds for you. So your first card out is your Hermit card, and it's saying you need to find some time, perhaps a weekend space when you're not working, but to sit down and to reassess absolutely everything that's going on around you. And why do you need to do that? Well, perhaps because some changes have been taking place in your life of late, Scorpio, and things are all moving around, and you've been trying to delay everything, you've been trying to hold everything back, but actually you've got yourself into a position now where, and maybe circumstances have forced you into a position now where you need to work out what is right for you, what do you need to do, and why do you need to do it? And you need this time for the Hermit to go inside his cave, down deep inside your mind, down into your belly, and work out, what do you really want? How do you want to do it? Because on the end of his wand here, he has the fire, and that fire is all about creative inspiration. You're coming up with new ideas of what you wanted to do, and perhaps they were things that you wanted to do quite some time back, but the timing wasn't correct. But the timing is upon you now, and you're able to do so. Why? Because your next card out is the Five of Swords, and here you can see your opponents are walking away. They've put their flag up going, I surrender, I'm out. They've dropped their swords, and you're going around picking up all the swords, and you're picking up other ideas, other concepts, other ways of doing things. You've defeated everybody. You've maybe outwitted certain people, some of your opponents. You might have outwitted a certain situation. You may have actually achieved an awful lot more without realizing what you've actually done. But here, you've got victory on your hands. You've just got to allow it to start moving forwards and enabling yourself, because after the Five of Swords in tarot, we get the Six, where you can move on, and you've learnt your lessons. You've gone through that process, and here you've learnt that others have problems, not just you. And you've learnt that you need to do things in a different way, and you're enabling yourself to do that because you've taken some time out and you've got some inspiration. And ultimately, your Page of Cups comes in here, and he says, well, I've tried, I've given, I've provided. You know, he's got the fish jumping out of the cup, and he's like, I've tried to take care of everybody. I've tried in very nice, innocent way to be kind, to be nice, to be wonderfully helpful in a way that's not going to upset anybody. And still we've got everybody giving me the complaints department and people not being satisfied, because we've got loads of waves around you, and waves and troubled water in tarot is always about other people's emotions, and they've not appreciated anything. And to be honest with you, at this point you could give them $1 million and they'd still be unhappy, because they still want another $1 million and another $1 million after that, because actually it's them who've got the problems and not you, Scorpio. So ultimately, maybe within your inspiration here on your Hermit, you need to understand that perhaps the person you need to give to a little bit more actually is yourself, and the person you need to feed is yourself and not everybody else. And maybe I'm asking you to be a tiny weeny bit selfish, because your next card is the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords goes, well, do you know what? I've understood everything. I've got clarity. I've got direction. I've got discipline. And I have focus. And ultimately, when you have all of those elements going together, you're only going to be successful. But also the Knight of Swords, he's on his galloping horse and he wants to get moving, because Scorpio, we know you're a little impatient and you don't like waiting for things to be done. So you're going to have your 5 minutes on your Hermit card going, okay, I'm going to have 5 minutes and working out what I'm going to do. And then on your Knight of Swords, you're going to start galloping off in the right direction, in the direction you know you perhaps should have gone in a long time ago. But for many reasons, you didn't. And let's have a look why. Because in here comes the King of Pentacles. Well, what is the King of Pentacles all about? Was it, on the literal sense, because it's a pentacle, about money? Did you stay in a job too long because of money? Was there a fear around money? Have you been trying in the job that you're in? Have you been trying to hang on in there when really you know you should have moved on? If it's about money, maybe, you weren't going to get the salary that you should have and deserve. And perhaps now you're starting to feel brave enough to move on and get the salary that you deserve. Wherever this falls, it's also about what you deserve and being practical about everything. So it may not just be about money. It's about practicality, understanding that it may not have been practical to make the move as and when you thought way back when, but maybe now you are in a position where you've got all the information, you've picked up all the pieces of the debris from everything around you, you've got all the understanding from everything that you've been through of late, and then you've decided, well, actually, I'm going to use this to my advantage, and you can start galloping towards your new future with all your lessons, knowing that you've got all the right ingredients to be the king sitting on his bank account, feeling wealthy. You've got that wealth of knowledge, you've got that wealth of understanding, and you know how you want things to be. You've got that value system deep inside yourself. You know you're good enough to maybe do something new and something better. And we finish the month off with your Five of Wands. And your Five of Wands is saying, I'm quite happy now to stand up and fight my corner, to stand up and say to everybody, actually, this isn't what I want to do. In fact, it hasn't been what I've wanted to do for quite a long time. And I'm actually going to do things the way I want to do them, in my own way, in my own time, and how and why I want to do them. And you may have a valid opinion, and it may not be how you want to do it. But actually, this isn't about you. It's all about me, because that's what the Five of Wands is all about. You standing your ground, you knowing deep inside your mind that you want to do something. And like I said, we started off here with your Hermit card, with the inspiration. Ultimately, in this reading, it's acting as the grown-up to the Five of Wands, but you have clarity, you have inspiration, you have that creativity to know exactly what you want to do. Scorpio, what on earth is going on for you this month? It's all change in your world this month. Massive new direction opening up for you. You have your major arcana here of the Hermit card, and I would dearly like to know. So pop me a comment, let me know, tell me your story. I love reading your stories, it's great. And if you're liking my content, please like and subscribe to my channels, and I will see you in the weekly videos. Bye, Scorpio, bye.